Okay, what's up everybody? This is James and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking a lot about product research, and just before I start, the stuff I'm going to talk about today is stuff that I could easily put in like a $9.97 course or sell it for a lot of money. And while I could do that, obviously I'm putting this out there for free. I'm putting this video out here for everybody who wants to learn how to do product research. They can learn it for free. They don't have to go out and buy a huge course or anything. So that being said, guys, a lot of the stuff that I'm going to teach today is stuff that I personally do. It's not just something that I learned and kind of just regurgitated on you. It's something that I do. This is how I do product research most of the time. And the thing is, there's a lot of different methods you can use, but what I'm about to teach you today is the one that I think that you should be using if you're an absolute beginner, or if you just want to find products that sell pretty much almost on command. I know that sounds kind of hypey and kind of crazy, but that's just how it works. What we're going to be using is we're going to be using Facebook and Amazon, maybe a little bit of eBay, and then obviously AliExpress to find the products to source them. But really the majority of our research is going to be done on Facebook and Amazon, and then we go to AliExpress to find the products so that we're able to sell it and find the product that we can put on our store and Oberlo and everything. So yeah, guys, that's kind of the game plan. That's what I'm going to be going over today. And like I said, I want you guys to just keep this in mind and use this especially if you're a beginner. This is going to be able to kickstart you and kind of jumpstart you if you don't really understand how to do product research and all that. So here's the thing that most people teach. They kind of teach you to go to AliExpress, find some products here and there, find things that are selling on AliExpress, which doesn't always mean that they're going to sell really well for you. So go to AliExpress, find some products, find what looks good, find what you think you could sell, and then go to Facebook and test it for $5 or $10 a day. Now here's the thing. I used to teach that way a lot. I used to do that way a lot. But what I found is that it wastes a lot more money because you're testing things that you're not sure that are working. Now, you've seen a lot of people teach how to use Facebook to do product research before, probably, if you've been in e-commerce for a while. But for some reason, most people don't really do it this way. A lot of people do that AliExpress method, and I've seen a lot of courses where they'll teach you, go to Amazon, go to AliExpress, and go see what's selling. And just to be brutally honest, that's kind of the way to waste a lot of money, because maybe if you use that method and you test 20 products, 18 of them I can almost guarantee you won't work, and 2 maybe will work and they'll probably die out in a few days. But if you go and find 20 products with the way that I'm going to teach you, there's a much higher probability of finding stuff that works because you're finding things that are selling already. So that's kind of the name of the game, and that's kind of the mindset I want you guys to have. So the things that we're going to do for this is we're going to go over to Facebook, and I like to do Amazon too. And then we can open up eBay. I usually look on eBay too. A lot of people don't use eBay. Back in the day, watch count was really big, and a lot of people, that's kind of what they taught you a couple years ago, is to go on watch count and find stuff. I don't really do that anymore, but I still use eBay every now and then. So really the big part of our research is going to be done on Facebook. So obviously go over to Facebook, and we're going to put in this code. Now there's a couple, it's not really a code, but we're going to put in these phrases, and there's a couple of different ones that I'm going to show you. But basically we want to go over here and search, and I'm just going to paste this in, and you guys can copy this down. I might even put it in the description if I remember. And what you want to do is you want to paste this code in. And you can go ahead and search. And then what you're going to get is you're going to get a bunch of basically ads that people are running. Now, not all of them are going to be ads, but you're going to get a bunch of ads for the most part that are running, that are people who are doing e-commerce. And really, I like to look at the posts and the videos and maybe the pictures. First, we're going to start out with posts. As you can see here, it's going to give us a bunch of results for posts that contain these keywords. And why would we want that? Well, because people that are selling e-commerce items are probably going to say stuff like this in their ad. Stock, get yours, and a lot of people use the Google link shortener. So what we can do is we can basically just scroll through here and we can see a bunch of ads for stuff. Now, I did this a little earlier. This stuff changes daily, so you can go in here every day. If you spend an hour or two on product research, I bet you're gonna find at least probably 4 or 5, maybe even up to 10 things that you can be testing every day, because that's the name of the game. You want to be testing, I would say, at least 3 things a day. That's what I usually tell people: 3 to 5 things a day, 3 to 5 new products a day. Especially if you're doing this method, you're probably going to be able to find a winner very, very easily. So what are we looking for? Well, we're looking for things that are obviously e-commerce products like this. This is an AliExpress product right here, these bed sets here. But what we're looking for metrics wise, we don't really care about likes. This is the reactions. What we're looking at is comments and shares. We want to look for a high amount of comments and a high amount of shares. Now, another thing that you want to look for is posts that were made within the last probably month or two. And since it's February 2018 when I'm recording this, and I wouldn't really try to test anything that was older than like December. So you can see here, this was posted December 21st. So I would do this. This is probably about 2 months old. And it still could be, running. It still could be working for these people. And so one way that you can kind of do that is you can go over here to date posted, and you can just click 2018, and it's only going to show you stuff from 2018, which obviously is this year. You want stuff that's fairly recent, because stuff that's from 2016 and early 2017 is really irrelevant at this point. You don't want to go much further than a few months old when you're kind of taking these products. So what we can do is we can actually click on the post here, and you can see this is their ad. This has been run to the skull lover audience. I've actually been in this audience before, and this is stuff that just gets a lot. I know for a fact that it gets a lot of engagement, and it may not get as many sales, but I know that this stuff is engaging to people, and the money's where the engagement is. So that's what you want to be looking for as well. You can see just some quick ad copy. And then we can go ahead and click on this link right here. And here you go. Here's the sales page. Here is the product page that they're selling off of. Now, one more thing that you can do, you've probably seen this before, is you can go to the best-selling collections page. And hopefully they have it up. Some sites actually block this so that you can't see. Yeah, they actually blocked theirs, which is fine. But one thing that we can do is this thing that you keep seeing pop up here is intelligence. And it's a software that basically spies on Shopify stores for you. Now, this is a paid tool, and there's actually going to be a link in the description below for you to go check this out. Don't do it yet. I'm going to go ahead and show you how this works. Again, this isn't totally 100% necessary, but it's going to make your job a whole lot easier using this intelligence tool here. And this is a huge part of my product research. I use this every day when I'm doing product research like I'm showing you right now. So basically what we want to do is we want to go to Facebook, and we want to find a Shopify store that's selling something that has a lot of engagement and a lot of comments and shares. And then we hop over to the Shopify store, and then we can go ahead and find their best-selling products. And then if you do get intelligence, this tool that I'm showing you right here, you can go ahead and see a whole bunch of other metrics that you wouldn't normally be able to see if you didn't have this tool. So we can see their activity. You can see they put up 250 products since February 17th, which is a lot. That's a lot of products. And you can see some of the stuff that they've been putting up. Now what's really cool is we can see their best-selling products even if they blocked that little piece of code like I showed you guys earlier. So we can see that their best-selling product is these skull shoes. And then, second best is this mold, this mug. And then there's this necklace thing, and then whatever this is. So this is their best-selling products. Now, this is stuff that you can go ahead and look at and see if there's other, engagement on Facebook or engagement on Amazon. And you can go check that out and kind of research deeper there. You can also see the apps that they have on their store, which is really cool. If there's an app or something that you like, then you can go ahead and check it out for yourself on your store. You can see their social media. And then you can see their the amount of visitors they're getting to their store. Now, this is interesting because you can see they've had about 210,000 visitors in the month of December. And that's probably because of the holiday rush. You can see the next month they had about 85,000 people visit their store. That's still a lot of people. And what I've found is I usually do about $1 per visitor on average. So if you have 210,000 visitors, you're probably doing around $210,000 in revenue monthly. Now that's just a rule of thumb. That's what I've experienced on my stores, but you can tell they're doing some good money. Now, by all means, this doesn't mean that they're actually making a lot of sales, because this is just traffic. It's not necessarily actual sales numbers, but we can go ahead and give our best guess that they're doing about 210,000 a month, or at least they did 210,000 a month in December last year. So again, really, really powerful. And this I'll mention intelligence a little bit more later, but this is just part of the tool as well. This is going to pop out on any Shopify store. So you can go ahead and check out, everything that's up here, and there's just so much data here that you can use, and I think it's really necessary if you're serious about Shopify and if you're serious about product research, because this is just going to be, it's almost invaluable. It doesn't matter what price it is. It's almost an invaluable tool because you can see literally anything that any Shopify store is doing on planet Earth. So it's just awesome. Okay, guys, so obviously we've checked out this page. You can see what they're kind of doing here. They've actually had a video here. It's pretty cool. They have a little video here. Now, and we saw in intelligence that this wasn't selling very much for these people for whatever reason. But there was a lot of engagement on it, so there might have just been a lot of engagement on the post. Anyways, we'll kind of click out of there, and we'll go find something else that we can go ahead and try. See, like this is from November, and this is something I would stay away from. This has probably died down for them because, it's from November of last year. Like I said, it's February now, so we wouldn't really want to mess with that. And really a good benchmark for me is I like to have over 1,000 shares. 1 to 3,000 is good, and then comments don't really matter as much, but a high number of comments too relative to shares. So you can check this out too. And guys, you might be saying, well, why do we use Amazon and eBay? Well, I like to use Amazon and eBay to kind of see what people are saying about these products and see if there is much of a demand on Amazon, because if there's a good demand on Amazon and there's a lot of engagement on Facebook, that's almost guaranteed if you can match that up to the right customer to sell. So we can go over here to Amazon. We can just type in skull betting. And really what we're looking for here is reviews. And it doesn't really look like there's many reviews on here for these. This one has a good amount of reviews. And the reason why we want a lot of reviews is, one, to know that it's a good product, and two, to know that there's people buying this, because on Amazon you don't really see how many they've sold. eBay shows you, but you want to make sure that it's actually selling on Amazon. And we can hop over here to eBay and we can type in the same thing. You can see there's 15 sold there, 11 watching. So there's not, I would not, as much engagement as this stuff is getting, the skull betting, I think it's just getting engagement because it looks cool. People are just kind of liking it and sharing it because it looks cool. They're not really buying it. And another thing that I actually forgot to give you guys is, what we can do is we can go over to the ad and we can copy this link here and paste it into your browser, and then type .info at the end of it, just like this. And you can actually see the analytics. You can see how many people are clicking on this. So obviously the majority of their traffic is from Facebook. And there's been about 1,300 clicks on this. So again, they're not doing, I really doubt this is selling very well on their store, especially since we looked in intelligence and we saw that it wasn't really selling. So this is something that I would stay away from. just to test out in the beginning. Maybe down the line if I had a skull store, if skull stuff did really well for me. I did sell a skull necklace a few years ago, and it did pretty well. Something like this body shaper. I've seen this before too. It's for women, and I guess it makes bigger women look skinny or something. Oh fuck. Okay. So we can basically do the same thing. Let's go visit their store real quick. So we're on their store, and intelligence popped up again for us. And we can just go ahead and see what they're doing. It looks like they have a general store here, so they're testing out a lot of stuff. Here you can see their body shaper thing is the 3rd and 5th best-selling product on their store, so they're probably doing decent volume on it. First thing here is this free plus shipping mask, which is interesting. So then you can see here they're getting a good consistent 100,000 visitors per month. So I would say that they're doing probably about 100,000 in revenue per month, which is not bad at all. That's decent. That's over $1 million a year if they're consistent with it. So that's a good sign. So this is a store that I would check out and look at some of their products and see what's selling. And so you can just take a look at their sales page and their product page and see what kind of copy they're doing, what kind of reviews and stuff they have, and really just kind of take notes and see what's working. If you're totally new and you're just starting out in Shopify, this is a good place to, people always ask, what should my store look like? What should my theme look like? Well, just go look at other Shopify stores, and all the answers are right here for you. Okay, cool. So then we can go over to Amazon and we can go look at what's this thing called? A body shaper. All right, cool. Cool. And this gives us this really weird page, but you can see there's this is what we'd want to see. We want to see a lot of reviews like this, like 700, 300, 200, 1,000. And I'm sorry, this is kind of like a weird example. There's like boobs and like asses everywhere, but this is, just bear with me. It's selling really well. And you can see there's just a ton of reviews and everything on here. So this is something that I would go ahead and test out on my store. Now, I bet you we can go over to AliExpress. Let's just look on eBay real quick too, just to confirm. This is probably something I'd go after anyways, because really good engagement on Facebook, really good engagement on Amazon, or a lot of reviews, and then yeah, there's a lot going on eBay too. Over 100 sold, 37 sold. So there's a lot going on here, and this is honestly a good example of what you want to be seeing. You want to be seeing a lot of boobs and asses. Just kidding. Okay, so next what we can actually do is we can go to intelligence.com. And we can actually look. We can find this is just, like I said earlier, I only showed you half the tool so far, the little thing that pops out on the stores. That's only half of what you can do here. This little pop-out menu here, that's only really half of the tool. What you can do is if you get the software, you can go ahead and check out this part of it too. And this is where you can go ahead and just look at a bunch of different Shopify stores and a bunch of different products. And so what I want to do now is I want to search for a body shaper, and I want to see what other stores are selling that same body shaper. Okay, so you can see that intelligence shows us basically all the other stores that are selling the same exact product pretty much. So these body shapers, and down here this is the daily store visitors that it's showing us. So you can see that this store is getting 6,000 people per day in it. This one's getting almost 6,000 too. 5,000, 4,000. So stores with a lot of people visiting are selling this product, which is a really, really good sign. Again, this is something, like I said, I would go after. But you can see there's even more stores that pop up here. And this is one of their best-selling products. It's number one, actually. So, again, this is something that I would definitely test out on your own store. can see they're getting a lot of visitors per month, almost 1 million in January, which is insane. We'll get rid of that. But this is really what you guys want to do. This is just kind of what you want to rinse and repeat. You can go to Facebook, check out the store that it's selling on, look at intelligence, see the sales numbers, see how many visitors the store is getting. Look on Amazon, eBay, and then you can hop over and see what other stores are selling that same product. And when you kind of get all these things that are coming together like this, this is something that you'd want to test. And guys, look, I hope you guys see why this is way better than just going on AliExpress and looking for stuff that you think might sell versus stuff that is selling and that you know is selling and that you know that you can sell. Because look, there's like 5-10 other people that are selling this just in the top, results here. Look at how many other people are selling this, and they're getting thousands of visitors per day. It's nuts, and you're not guessing at this point. This is, proven to sell. So yeah, just crazy. We can go check out, what are the other best sellers? You can see this acupuncture pen, these stockings, this water jet. And then even if you want to get even more crazy with your research, you can go over here. You can see, we can look up their page and we can kind of see what's going on here. And we can see that this video, they probably didn't do very well with this because it's from September and it only has 706 shares. But you can see this was one of the products that they were selling. And what you can do is you can just look up the store name so that their fan page comes up. And you can kind of see what posts and everything else is going up. Whoops. Sometimes they'll actually have their posts on their Facebook page like this. So you can also go on Facebook and just spy and see what they're actually selling on here. Oh, I know that there's sometimes their ads will actually pop up on here. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's popping up on here for me, but let's go look at another store. So that first one, Gizmo Gecko, was cool, and then we can go to wasteshapers.com. This is a crazy site. It literally just is freezing up my computer, so we're gonna not do that. Check this one out. You can see again this waist shaper thing is selling number one. They're not getting many visitors, so I would, which is weird because it says they're getting like 4,000 visitors per day. Whatever. I already have enough proof to see that this waist trainer thing would be something that I want to go after, like I said earlier. And in intelligence, we can actually look at other Shopify stores. So let's look at Gizmo Gecko. And we can search for that. And like I said, you can see their best-selling products up here. But really what I like to use this tool for is to find products and to kind of just prove that something's selling and see how other people are selling it, because that's really where the value of this is being able to see how other people are selling on their Shopify stores, which is something that just isn't really possible without this tool. So that's why I use it so much. And people are like, oh, you're just mentioning this because, you just want money. Honestly, this is something that I use as part of my product research every day. And, you can go ahead and do this manually, but intelligence saves you so much time. There's really no question in my mind if you're serious about e-com, to get this tool. This is just going to save you so much more time. And really, I do about an hour or two a day I spend on product research, and that's enough to find at least 3 to 5 good products like this that you can go ahead and test on your store. And guys, the cool thing about this is if it if this finds you just one product, then it pays for itself pretty much. If you find one winner with this, it literally pays for itself. Intelligence does. So I'll just type in one other code for you guys. And really the idea behind typing this into the search and looking for this on Facebook is trying to find things that your competitors or other people who are selling on Shopify, what the phrases they're using in their ads, and then Facebook's going to go out and search for it. So that's why we're typing in stuff like get yours here, or that other code that I showed you earlier, the one that says stock, get yours, and then the Google link. So again, we can just go look at posts. And we can literally just scroll through here for forever. I've seen this selling really well before. This little hair shaver thing. Go check out their store and see what they're doing. So they launched 92 products since May of last year. This is selling #1 on their site. Getting about 8,000 visitors per month at the time of last reporting this. And let's just look. Let's go over to intelligence. And we can search for their store. And this will only work on Shopify stores, guys. So if there's like a WooCommerce store or something, then it's not going to work on there. But they're getting like 210 visitors per day, which isn't bad. That's decent. Let's go back to Facebook. I saw this selling really well. This is another big Shopify store. So we can see here they've tested about 143 products since July of last year. And their best selling product is this beanie for women, which is I've seen on Facebook as well. And the second best is this lamp, which is the ad we just clicked on. The apps they're using, their social media. And you can see they're getting like, it looks like they just started in September. They started getting a lot of traffic in November. And then in December they got a lot. And then in January they got 350,000. So this is a good store to go in and see what they're selling and just kind of take notes and look for similar stuff. Now guys, one thing I want to make clear is we're not ripping off people here. We're not like copying them exactly. But we're taking this idea and kind of making our own twist on it. So instead of just copying it straight up, we could make a different offer. We could make a buy one get one free sale. We could make a free plus shipping sale. We could add in an info. We could like add in an info product too if they buy our product. So don't just go out there and just start copying it and copying everybody's description and copying everybody's video. What you want to do is you want to kind of use that as inspiration, see what's actually selling on Facebook, because again, we don't want to just go on AliExpress and find things, just random things that might not even sell for us. We want to see what people are actually engaging with and buying on Facebook. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for product research. That's really all there is. The most important part is just keep doing it and keep practicing. There will be a link for intelligence down in the description. Go ahead and pick it up. Like I said, it's almost essential to this. It's really an invaluable tool to be able to see what the competition and what other people are selling. It's worth every single penny. And if you find just even one winning product, it'll pay for itself. So it's really, there's no excuse not to go ahead and try it out. They do have a refund policy too. So if it's not for you, then you can go ahead and refund. But with that being said, guys, if this was valuable to you, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.